So, a few weeks ago, I was talking about how I was going to buy Nintendo, but since then, I've had a bit of a shift in focus. See, if I purchase Nintendo, I'm going to be benefiting a lot of Nintendo gamers around the planet, which is great, but I'm now thinking about acquiring SpaceX or NASA because if I run one of these companies, I'm going to be benefiting the entire human race, humanity in general, and to me, that is a bit more important. I just have countless ideas that could take us places we'd never even thought was possible. Like, for example, Mars. Elon Musk talking about going Mars and everything like that. I don't know when he plans on doing it. We would be on Mars. Humans would be walking on Mars this year if I was in charge of one of those two companies. Now, it doesn't matter too much about which one I get because I'm going to implement the same ideas either way. But Mars this year, 100%. 100%. Now, how am I going to do that? Well, I've got two ideas that I think will work. One is like a backup idea, right? First of all, faster rocket. What do I mean by that? Well, I mean, I'm going to engineer a rocket, or I'm going to have an engineer, I'm going to work to get one of those engineered, which is going to take us to Mars in 2 days. I think it takes nearly 2 years to get to Mars. Now, we will be there in 2 days with a faster rocket. Now, if that doesn't work for some reason, then we have my backup idea, which is a big spaceship. Now, what do I mean by that? Well, this whole thing is to basically make the 2 year flight, the 2 year journey to Mars bearable. Now, this big spaceship is going to have five-star hotel rooms. It's going to have a beach, anything you could imagine, really, that is going to make that 2 years not feel like 2 years. You're not even going to want to get off when you arrive. So they are two ideas that I have right now. We'd be at Mars this year. Now, how are we going to survive on Mars, you ask? Well, we're going to bring oxygen tanks. Now, but that's obviously just a temporary thing. We're going to put oxygen on Mars. That way we can breathe there. So we do that this year. That's just this year. Next year, we could leave the solar system. How do I plan on doing that? I mean, how long does it take to get out the solar system? It takes a long time to leave the solar system. We'd be out there, we'd be out the solar system, humans, in an hour. How am I going to do that? Slip space rupture. Now, what do I mean by that? Well, when we're leaving the atmosphere, we're going to create, I'm going to have a device engineered, which is essentially going to create a slip space rupture. Now, what is that? Well, you're going to go through it and you're going to pop out basically outside the solar system or wherever else you want to go, really. So I plan on having that done by next year. And that's why I'm trying to act on this acquisition as quick as I can, really, because there's no time to be wasted. And that's just next year. Let's think about the next decade. Who knows where we'll be in a different universe, probably, And now I haven't figured that one out yet, but I mean, we've got a decade to figure that one out. These are just like short-term ideas that I've already got figured out. So I'm thinking about acquiring NASA or SpaceX. I don't know which one, but I do know that I'm gonna. Well, now this is all depending on whether or not they are willing to sell their companies, of course. But if they are, please let me know because we need to get started on these ideas instantly for the sake of the human race. So yeah, I mean, let me know down below with your input which one you think I should think about purchasing. But yeah, I hope you're all excited. We are with these ideas, we're gonna get the human race to places we never imagined we could ever go. But yeah, let's hope that I come back to you soon with an update.